Hello everybody, welcome to Japan for the B.LEAGUE. It's UTSUNOMIYA BREX taking on OSAKA EVESSA, a battle of Eastern Conference against the West. UTSUNOMIYA up at the top in the Western Conference and playing in front of their home fans here at the BREX Arena, UTSUNOMIYA. And once again, expectations high for this team as they go after another championship. And, you know, judging from how things have gone this season for BREX, who would bet against them? I mean, they've got the experience of winning, and it's going to take a good team to knock them out. 6 games, the magic number for them to qualify for the playoffs. And you can see they're up at the top, and you look over in the other conference, and OSAKA down in the standings, and really unlikely to make it. In fact, they're only 20. Hope springs eternal. BREX, you look at their recent results, they are coming in after a couple wins over Toyama Grouse. They did lose to Albert Tokyo, but before that they beat Kyoto Hatteras in a couple of games. And overall they have racked up the victories. A lot more W's than the D's, that's for sure. And UTSUNOMIYA BREX will come out today with a very potent lineup, as you can look right there at their roster. Jay Newville, of course, one of the premier players in the competition at 33 years of age. 1.93 meters in height. Newville does what Newville wants to do, and in those clutch moments, he will take it upon himself to try to score, certainly to have the ball in his hands and find the right person when it's time to score. You look at OSAKA EVESSA, and their form hasn't been as great, certainly of late. They've had some long, difficult patches. In their last 5, they've won a couple. They split a couple with Fighting Eagles Nagoya. They lost both to Ryuka Golden Kings and Kochigaya Alphas. They split a couple of those games. So they lost once to Ryuka Golden Kings, 74-71, but before that they split a couple with Kochigaya Alphas. They had that one streak that was really damaging to their prospects back at the start of February. They lost 7 in a row, but anyway, this is a team that has a lot of punch, and we'll see it today. Bobby Parks, Matt Bonds, Uematsu, Ryan Luther, Sakamoto, Aoki, Takeuchi, Kinoshita, Suzuki, Vladimir Garun, playing for Coach Fujita. And, you know, when the season ends, they'll take stock of what happened and see the areas where they need to get better. And I would assume this guy would be back. Who knows? Bonds at 30 years of age, has all the tools, he's the complete package. And you don't want to lose guys to then sign guys. You know, you want to keep the quality guys and then find more quality. Kind of open the bank account, perhaps. Make sure you get him in. So you look at UTSUNOMIYA BREX and their meetings, their last meetings with OSAKA, and it's been pretty much one-way traffic with UTSUNOMIYA BREX winning all of those encounters going back in 2024. Mark, Filipino International, the starting lineup along with Bonds, Uematsu, Ryan Luther, and Sakamoto, who always wants to come out and sock it to him. And Fujita is eternally optimistic and positive, the kind of guys you want to play for. Nagasaki have so far clinched a spot in the postseason. So BREX looking to join them in the very near future. And we're going to see their starting five coming out. Nagasaki Velka, one of the real stories of this season. Winning 21 games, losing just 11. The boy Diamond Dolphins right behind them at 39-13. But that's in the East and the West. UTSUNOMIYA BREX and Ukraine Thunders.
Number 9,
up at the top. UTSUNOMIYA with a 3-game lead. And they're starting.
Number 10,
their roster has a lot of experience.
Number 11, Number 13,
playing today. Always good to see the brotherly love out there. Watanabe, always a character. Ishikawa plays good minutes off the bench. As does Ikaruga, one of the veterans. And the coach from New Zealand, Zico Coronel, has, I think, all the firepower that he needs to make a run at the championship with Hyejima, Takashima, Newbill, Gavin Edwards, and Grant Jarrett. There's one of the legends. So we'll say there will be no Fotu today. Isaac Fotu, the New Zealand international, not in the lineup today for UTSUNOMIYA BREX. Also, Kosei Hoshikawa is out for BREX. And for OSAKA, Kosei Takahashi, Rei Goda, and Hayato Maki are all out. So both teams missing players. And perhaps not surprising over the course of the season, you need to rest some guys. That's why squad depth is so important. But the BREX not having the two that they're missing, especially Fotu. For most teams, that would be difficult to overcome the absence of a player like him.
Number 34,
but, again, this is one of the strengths of this team. Is up at the top. You've got some real quality, and you've got quality
number
on the
33,
bench and quality reinforcements.
Gavin Edwards.
So Gavin Edwards, Grant
number
Jarrett,
25,
DJ
Newbill. Number 12, Shinju Takashima.
And former MVP, Makoto Hyejima.
Makoto Hyejima.
Averaging 11.5 points, 2.5 rebounds, 4.2 assists, so he remains a force. Coach Coronel. Building up quite an impressive CV resume with so many wins as the head coach. Akiyama Hosoda, and Oi, the referees for this game. And again, the starting fives for both teams: Grant Jarrett, Edwards, Takashima, Hyejima, Newbill for BREX, and Parks, Bonds, Uematsu, Luther, Sakamoto playing for OSAKA EVESSA. So another midweek game in the B.LEAGUE. I think the players would much rather play than practice. So for them, they like these events, but as you get deeper into the season, it is a little more challenging on the legs. And again, the squad depth is challenged. BREX will have the advantage of the home court. So OSAKA need to come out strong here today, trying to set the tone early for a good competitive game, which is easier said than done against a team like BREX.
Prego.
Well, good afternoon, everybody, or shall I say good early evening from Japan. It's the B.LEAGUE. It's BREX taking on OSAKA. EVESSA. OSAKA winning the opening tip, wearing the white and attacking the basket through the left on the screen, and Park misses with the first jump shot. Edwards taking a shot from the corner, no good. Japan International chases back on defense. Wide open look from the left corner. Well, if he's going to be that open, he can make that all day long. Uematsu, 27-year-old, who only averages 2.4 points per game, so he's already over his season average with that big bucket. One of the high-powered offenses in the B.LEAGUE. BREX. They're missing in the lane. Gets it over to Bonds. Sakamoto hands it off to Luther. Uematsu again, high arcing three. That's two in a row. How about that? Oh, you talk about setting the tone. That's exactly what he's doing. And Jarrett misses from deep. Rebound out to Hijima. Wide open in the corner. That's more like it. Takashima showing the range. If he doesn't make that, and Osaka come down to hit another three, then you're kind of getting a little bit worried. Here's Bonds, trapped, passes outside. Sakamoto misses it badly. Pass up ahead, great catch, great finish for Edwards. Uematsu's already hit a couple. He needs to get another touch. Here he is. Luther drives. Park. That's how good they are. They come right back and take the lead. BREX, Takashima's second three-pointer of the day. He's not the headline grabber as some of his teammates, and that's what makes it so difficult for the opponent, but Bonds does a good job driving to the basket. He should never really be stopped, Bonds, if he is driving to the basket. That's how good he is. Have a turnover. Sloppy pass, and again, Parks, nice layup. 33 years young, Parks. Played a lot of games for clubs, for country, for the Philippines. Gilas, there's a miss, and again a chance. Pass up the floor, and well read. Takashima fouled. It's not going to count. Well, it's probably worth the pass up the floor to try to get the easy one. He just underthrew him, and Takashima was there for the steal. So Takashima so far is the man getting everything done for UTSUNOMIYA BREX. Edwards has it knocked out of his hands. Luther says, who, me? And you can understand why Luther was a little perplexed as to why the whistle blew there, because he didn't even reach in. Must have called for some type of contact. Like they called a foul on
Yeah, it was on him. Just waiting to get it confirmed. Up on the scoreboard, 10-8. OSAKA leading it. Now Newfield wants to put BREX back in front. BREX spread into court. Plenty of room to drive for somebody. Jarrett's going to put it up and deep. I'm sure that's what I would have elected to do. See some pass open to the basket. Vaughn's also taking that shot, missing. Vaughn's already had some success driving. Yeah. Do it again now, going for the steal. Both teams studying for a lot of jumpers right now. Newgill from the wing. Luther corrals the rebound. A lot of yellow shirts as usual for BREX. And another miss from downtown. That was Suzuki. Now push on Suzuki. First foul, Suzuki. And we're almost 5.5 minutes in. So coming in, one of the Takeuchis, Suke Takeuchi, 41 years of age. Suke, the latter stages of his career. Oh boy, that was a telegraph pass. Unfortunately, that didn't go the other way. And Gavin Edwards travels. It's going to be a turnover one way or the other. Good defense. Also stepping in front was Vladimir Garoon, who checked into the game. Thought about it, puts it on the deck, brings it up, here's the room. Really what you think about his game, but with the shot clock winding down, the Ukrainian has lost it. Galway in the game for BREX, as is Endo. Pass to wide open Edwards. Another offensive board. More rebounds means more opportunities. And the foul will send Newville to the line. A little bit of smack talk being delivered. Well, Newville is such a prolific B.LEAGUE player in so many different ways. 6.4 assists per game, #1. And the competition. Foul on, or rather, excuse me, Kinoshita checks into the game. He's also 4th in scoring, Newville, at 19.6 points per game. So if he's not scoring, he's dishing. Other, in fact. Goes to Takeuchi's in for OSAKA. Layup. They'll take that every time. Good work, Kinoshita. Valuable player coming off the bench for this team with all that experience. Edwards travels out. Oh, I'll dribble. Suzuki, now Bond. Close to stepping out of rounds, does not. He hands it off, Kinoshita, and he knocks down another one. Just brings in a cool head. Kinoshita averages 5.7 points, 1.8 assists. And this will be OSAKA basketball. Jarrett returns to the court. So a little bit of a sluggish start here for the home team. Bond loses it in the lane. Can't afford to do that. All the way in for the layup with Ogawa. So Atsuya Ogawa. 2 minutes. That one up and in. Trying to get the Takeuchi with Garoon, and it's just not working for Bonds yet early in this game. Parks comes into the game, so he is out. With your OSAKA, you had the great start from Uematsu. You had Kinoshita coming off the bench and contributing. Now you need your big guys. Bonses, your Luther, your Parks, even Garoon to come out and start pouring in some points. Yujima with that distinctive dribble and movement. Here's Jarrett. They'll turn around on the baseline. Right over Bonds. It's almost impossible to defend. Parks, that's more like it. Who they need to step up? They need Parks, and they need Bonds. And if these jumpers start falling, that should loosen things up inside. Get some opportunities to drive to the basket. Good defense from Bonds. Matt Bond, such a great story. Played at St. Michael's College. So didn't go the big school route. Yujima lets it fly from 3-point range, and that was long, and they really are settling for a lot of these long ones. Parks on his pass back to Garoon. He takes the bump. Tried to stay with it to score. And Vladimir Garoon will go to the line. And I don't know that Seiko Colonel would agree with me, but I think his BREX team just looks pretty lethargic here at the start of this game. Maybe a little tired, you would expect maybe of the OSAKA that were having to travel, but they might be a little slower of foot. I think it's a more apt description of the play of UTSUNOMIYA so far. Vladimir Garoon makes both free throws. And he's here a little bit differently. It's a little different. Last game got a call from him. and some injuries. So everything you know about Garoon, he is going to work hard. Takes the lead up to 4 points. High-powered offense of UTSUNOMIYA nowhere to be found, and Luther swats it out of bounds. Get that out of here, he says to Agawa. 6 on the shot clock, and they get inbound. Oh, and Edwards, an absolute gift. Wrapped layup. Doesn't get it to go. He's had a tough start to the game. Edwards, 1 of 5 from the floor. They fall through with shots from deep. Just right, and they stay with it. Garoon, the ball batted out, but not enough time on the shot clock. Well, considering how difficult it's been for UTSUNOMIYA BREX to trail by just 4 points at the end of 1, I think they'll take it. It's 19-15. OSAKA, EVESSA on top of UTSUNOMIYA BREX at the end of 1.
本日挑戦していただくのはこちらの方です。はい、よろしくお願いします。では本日は11番青木選手に早口言葉にチャレンジしていただいております。3回連続で早口言葉が言えるか予想していただきます。本日の早口言葉のお題はピーター・ワイパー・ビッグドア・ベック・オブ・ビッグル・ペッパーズです。それでは成功するか失敗するかお答えいただきましょう。どちらだと思われますか？
成功するでお願いします。
はい、信じましょう。では正解 VTR どうぞ。
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Easy.
素晴らしい。おめでとうございます。見事正解となりましたので、11番青木選手のサイン入りタオルのプレゼントです。おめでとうございます。以上、ブレックス選手クイズのコーナーでした。
So 19-15, OSAKA EVESSA on top of UTSUNOMIYA BREX, which is too early to be talking about upset alerts, but certainly a start that OSAKA would have signed on for before this game. UTSUNOMIYA BREX with the best record in the conference. And turn it over. UTSUNOMIYA up at the top of the East. 39 wins and 13 defeats. And in the West, OSAKA down in 10th, 20 and 32.
それではこの時間は水曜ナイトゲーム恒例のワークアウトライブの時間となります。ぜひご応募いただいた方の中から抽選で5名の皆様にブレックス選手直筆サイン入り
how things started for his team, so he's going to try to get his players' attention. There have been so many great stories this season, and fun to watch. You'd expect the UTSUNOMIYAs and the Goomba Green Thunders to be challenging, as well as see the Jets and Albert Tokyo, but what about Lavanga Hokkaido down at 32 and 20? Maybe lost a little bit of their momentum, trying to get to the finish line to make it through the playoffs. A lot of other teams hot on their heels, but Seahorse Makawa been good, 36-16 record. Obviously the Nagasaki Velco been start to finish, you would say, the best team. But you don't win titles in the regular season. You got to get to the playoffs and then prove yourself all over again. So that would probably be one of the messages from their coach. Although we could always say, hey, we've been doing it all season. We've already proved we're the best. Let's keep proving it. So Takashima picks up the foul out of the perimeter with the reach. Good swing through from Parks. Now he puts up a shot. Gonna shoot it. I like how he gets his nose stuck in there. Even if he doesn't come up with a basketball, he's always competing. Ikaruga takes the deep back outside to Hiyojima. Onside Japan international passes. Now Edwards back to Hiyojima. Hiyojima spins, looks for space. And the whistle blows. Uematsu called for the foul right at the end of the shot clock with a few seconds left. Makes it a one-point game. Now a chance. Break stopped by Uematsu. Willing to go with the foul to stop the break. Kinoshita should have done better there. Almost as if he was surprised that he was as open as he was. Hard to understand him flicking the ball up there like that. Meanwhile, Uematsu going out. And Sakamoto coming back into the game, as is Bonds. And Joji Takeuchi comes back into the game. Takeuchi, 3.5 points, 3.1 rebounds per game. Here's the pass to Jarrett. Luther trying to keep his body on him. Now they switch. And Hiyojima gets it to Jarrett. Oh boy, the crowd appreciated that. Bonds and Luther trying to stick with that dynamic duo, and Jarrett just showed the quality with his back to the basket. Threw the ball up, over and in. Look at this, right here. Yeah, he's back to the basket, and he releases it with his left hand. Goes up, not even looking at the basket, but he had great awareness of where he was on the court. And BREX now with the lead. OSAKA trying to regain the initiative. Ikaruga takes it in and gets it to go. Just kind of pulled his way in there. And not surprisingly, Fujita is going to call timeout. So BREX responding well out of the last timeout. And there was no stopping. Sakamoto couldn't do anything with Ikaruga. Ikaruga only averaging 2.5 points per game.
当選されました方はハーフタイム以降インフォメーションブースにてプレゼントをお受け取りください。プレゼントのお受け取りは本日中のみ有効となります。当選されました方はお忘れの番号をお受け取りください。以上、フルランプレゼント。
Well, what you don't see with Yusuke Endo and Watanabe and Ikuruga, maybe they don't average as many points as they used to, but what they do have is loads of experience. Ikuruga, 32 years of age. Best season back in 2021-22 when he averaged 10 points per game. Although he only played 6 games, so I guess that's excuse me, he was that's looking at the playoffs. So best, I mean, 9.8 points back in. It's just down a little bit. In fact, it's actually up from a little bit. No, he is a little bit down from last season, excuse me. Luther knocks it down straight out of the timeout. Right from the wing. Oh, nice bait. Nakashima has just taken it to a different level today. Three would put OSAKA back in front. And Ryan Luther fouled late in the shot clock by Takashima. Takashima's going to sit down. He's got 2 fouls. And that brings Endo into the game. Didn't score in his first 4.5 minutes of action. There's Parks, thought about it. Relatively early in the shot clock. Oh, nice hesitation. And Takeuchi fouled as he goes up after the pump fake. Fouled by CJ Newville. Takeuchi was not a foul. In fact, it was ball just went out of bounds off of him. Nice pass inside, gets deflected out of bounds by Ikuruga. So 14 seconds on the shot clock. Takeuchi, fortunate that the team has the basketball. He needs to be strong with that ball, go up and dunk it. He's going for the layup. Here's Bonds. Finally, gets it to go. 3-pointer. OSAKA back in front. He's got 5 points. 2 of 4 from the floor. Now 1 of 3 from 3-point range. Endo able to get it. Get it to Edwards. Oh, and Edwards goes in for the dunk. And Edwards again run the court well, fouled from behind. see that the reach from Luther, although he got a lot of ball, but anytime you reach, it could blow that whistle. Edwards bends the knees and does not make it. Well, I don't think this UTSUNOMIYA team looks as sharp today as they're going to have to be. They want to win the title this season, but again, you're not winning the title today. You want to be in peak form when the playoffs start. A foul reaching in from behind on Ikaruga. Yeah, just got caught with his hand in the cookie jar, so to speak. Uematsu back into the game. Uematsu, so he hit the 2 3-pointers, and since that point, he hasn't attempted a shot. So that, to me, is understanding who has a hot hand and getting him some more touches. Could be that he's already pulled off by now. If somebody comes out and knocks down 2 threes right at the start of the game, if it's me, I don't care if he takes a couple more, has a couple more attempts. I want him to have those attempts. Osaka's going to inbound it. Bonds. Good reach from Edwards. Bonds gets it back. Drive, nice. Teardrop, but short. Takeuchi with the rebound. Good defense, Garoon. This is really good off the bench. Uh-oh, wide open. Endo knocks it down. 36 years young, quickly the other way. And Uematsu, well, I can't blame him. Shot it from the wing and missed. And now it's BREX on top by 5 after somewhat difficult start to this game. Edwards getting inside and scoring over Vladimir Garoon. 38-year-old Edwards. 36-year-old Endo. A lot of veterans in this BREX team. So photo, you can see him in the black warm-ups, cheering on the team. He's the #1 cheerleader today.
ではブレッキーが脱出できる出口を探して A から D の中からお答えください。では参りましょう。下野新聞プレゼンツエスケープチャレンジスタート。さあ、ちょっと待ってください。一緒にお考えください。出口探してください。はい、それでは出口どこでしょう。お答えください。正解に見てみましょう。また現在センタービジョンに映し出されているお座席にお座りの方3名の皆様にもプレゼントがございます。プレゼントは1回下野新聞ブースにてハーフタイムイントをお受け取りください。以上、下野新聞プレゼンツエスケープチャレンジのコーナーでした。
Uematsu with 6 points. And the great start by Osaka, suddenly a thing of the past as they trail by 7 points. So 4:41 remaining in this first half. They have got to finish strong. Keep this close. They're going to get their 21st win of the season. Uematsu pulls it off the Bonds. Michael Starr gets inside. This is offensive rebound by Garoon. Hands it off to Parks. Tries to get it back to Vladimir Garoon. Takeuchi throws it into the backcourt.
OSAKA 選手の交代です。31番、木下が入ります。ブレックス選手の交代です。6番、比江島が入ります。
Ujima back into the game. After, coming up this weekend, you're going to have Guma Crane Thunders waiting for this BREX team. That'll be a huge one. Is this team's battle for supremacy in the East. BREX also still have a couple of games against the Diamond Dolphins and Ryukyu Golden Kings. So they don't have the easiest finish to the season. And also another one against Sun Rockers Shibuya. So it's not going to be, all of those teams aspiring, with the exception of, here we see Vladimir Garoon goes up to the line to foul on Newbill. Sun Rockers Shibuya not one of those teams chasing playoff spots, but everybody else is. Ryukyu Golden Kings at 37-15. Oh boy, a couple of misses. And it leaks out rather. Garuga for an easy one. Lead balloons to 9. That is a bad mistake for the guards not to be back there for Suzuki. Not to get back on defense. Ujima. Turn and the handoff and the bucket for Takeuchi. And it's a good sign when you can be as lethargic looking as you have BREX, yet be able to come out and turn on the style in the second quarter. Open up a nice lead. Newbill's letting the game come to him today, just 2 points on a couple of free throws. Get it back. They'd like to knock down a three, get a little bit of momentum. Takes the jumper. Takes the two. And the foul. 2:40 remaining in the first half. Good chance. The clock stopped to get some reinforcements into the game. This is down to 8. Bonds again. He's going to keep it this time. He's going to go all the way in, and Garoon is going to be there for the follow. Fouled on the putback, so he has to settle for a couple of free throws. And Vladimir Garoon makes the first. And he does a much better job this time and gets it back to a 7-point lead. Another chance for Osaka here. Kinoshita takes the shot. He's open wide on, and he hits the three. Just like that, the double-digit lead has been cut down to just 4 points, forcing Colonel to call a timeout. Well, we talked about the closing stretch. As you look at the replays here, this little comeback. We talked about the closing stretch for BREX, and when you look at Osaka, they've still got Kawasaki Brave Thunder. That's a couple of very winnable games for them that they'll be at home for coming up this weekend. Then against Seahorses Makawa, that will not be an easy one. Then Kyoto Hatteras, a couple games, and Ibaraki Robots. So they could definitely aim for 5 wins down the stretch, I would think. Kinoshita now has scored 2,000 points in his B.LEAGUE career, so congratulations to him, his professional career. Good enough to start. More than happy to be a spark plug off the bench and play big minutes. He's a great example of it's not who starts, it's who finishes. One of the more important players in this Osaka EVESSA team. Garrett missing, but another offensive rebound. And that leads to a 3, and this time the long rebound corralled by that man, Kinoshita. Oh, Takeuchi taking a 3. Not sure that's how they draw it up, but I guess the coach isn't too bothered. Definitely seems like he wants the shots to go up early if they're available. And nice steal. Newbill fouled. Newbill trying to get the three-point shot. 3 free throws. Here's Zico Colonel. Took over for his late friend Kevin Braswell when he had that incredibly sad
ただいまのファウルがノーマルファウルかアンスポーツマンライクファウルかの判定を行います。ビデオ判定出ますまで今しばらくお待ちください。
Now we're going to look and see if there's not a sportsmanlike foul. Was he playing the ball?
先ほどのファウルはノーマルファウルと判定されました。ゲームクロックは 57.1 秒、ゲームクロック 57.1 秒からのリスタートとなります。
There's Colonel. And there's Fujita, the head coach of Osaka. Backs up, Luther, a little turnaround. Oh my goodness, that is an unstoppable shot. Turnaround fadeaway off the glass. You just got to tip your hat to him if you're Luther. Luther goes in, he's fouled. By Gawa. I think Luther fortunate. Looked like a lot of ball on that drive. It really does come down to referees. When they see the reach, it feels like it's already a 50-50 for the defender. And obviously, if the referee sees that it was clean, he's not going to call it. But if there's a little bit of doubt, it usually goes against the defender. As Ryan Luther makes the first. I just wonder if we might see a little bit of full court pressure after this. Or will they drop back and play defense if he makes it? So Luther does make both free throws. Been a low-scoring game for him, but he adds. Now has 5 points, those 2 free throws. They do pick him up full court, but chance for BREX to finish this last bucket. It's a 4-point lead. They'd like to get a little bit of momentum, and they pass it down, and they get it to Jarrett. They got to go quickly now with OSAKA. They do get it up, and it's short. So all things considered, a good finish for both teams, really. BREX getting that bucket to go back up by 6, get a little bit of the momentum back. Meanwhile, OSAKA could be worse, but they trail 40-34 against UTSUNOMIYA BREX at halftime.
求められるインフラは時代で変わる。求められるインフラは地域で変わる。本当に必要なインフラを提供し続けたい。その道のりは険しく果てしない。
たします。まもなく場内暗転となります。お席をお立ちの際は十分にお気をつけください。それでは本日のハーフタイムショーは秋元康さんが総合プロデュースのガールズグループレインツリーが登場いたします。今シーズンラストのブレアリゲームを華やかに盛り上げます。
君のありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。皆さんこんばんは。私たちレインツリーです。よろしくお願いします。よろしくお願いします。ここで自己紹介させてください。はい、浅宮ひなたです。はい、鈴野美桜です。はい、橋本真希です。はい、綾瀬琴里です。はい、佐藤理香です。はい、遠藤里乃です。はい、新野風花です。今日はレインツリーという名前だけでも覚えて帰ってくださると嬉しいです。それでは聞いてください。3秒ルール。 コートでできてとっても嬉しいです。ふーちゃん一番そう思ってるんじゃない？はい、私2位の本当にバスケが大好きで、ここの会場にも試合観戦に来ていたので本当に今日は楽しかったです。はい、そして私は月刊バスケットボールで2位の風花のベストスコアという観戦レポートを記事に上げているので、ぜひ皆さんも見てくださったら嬉しいです。後半戦もレイツリーが宇都宮ブレックスを応援しています。頑張ってください。頑張ってください。以上、私たちレイツリーでした。せーの、ゴーブレス。ありがとうございました。ありがとうございました。
レイツリーの皆さん、ありがとうございました。皆さん大きな拍手をお願いいたします。
勝利を考え続ける。その先にあるたくさんの笑顔を生み出すために、その全てを支えてきた一枚がある。相変わらず今日の暮らしを考える。吉野節子モンドセレクション金賞売れたい組のナンバーワン。平均保証付きチャーハン。
中村都民は地域に愛される企業を目指す。中村都県
デポ、ロックアイス、ふるさとチョイス、ホルツ、日清食品、 DNA、 B リーグサプライヤー &ST ホールディングス、 B リーグコミュニケーションパートナー LINE ヤフー、 B リーグスポーツ振興&レフェリーサポーティングパートナースポーツくじウィナー。
Well, here you are at halftime. Osaka, EVESSA, and UTSUNOMIYA BREX. And the home team, BREX, started a little slow today with Uematsu coming out and stroking a couple of three-pointers for the visitors. Eventually, BREX did find their way. And Takashima scoring with a couple of shots from deep as well. Nice give and go. Finished by Kinoshita, the bounce pass from Vladimir Garoon. And Bond turning it over there, leading to a break for Takashima. So Takashima's been really good. He's got 8 points at halftime. Gavin Edwards leading all scores with 13. Meanwhile, Bobby Parks drilling the three-pointer. This is Edwards, who missed his first couple of shots from deep, but then made that one. Eugenia's been relatively quiet, but how about Jarrett scoring with that twisting shot? Back was actually to the basket when he left the floor. Ryan Luther popping outside, knocking down the three. And Bonds knocking down a three-pointer as well. 6-17 from three-point range are the visitors. Meanwhile, Edwards finding his way to the rim, dunking it. The 38-year-old showing he's still got some hops. Endo knocking down the three, always a threat from outside. 36 years of age, and Kinoshita, meanwhile, also a threat all over the court. Just does so many things to help his team. This is an impossible shot to block. Turn around, fade away, bank shot. A player of his size, you're just not going to stop it. And then Gavin Edwards scoring there right at the end. So giving BREX a 6-point lead, and they've only made 4 of 15 from three-point range. So if they start making some shots, this thing could get ugly quickly. But even on the rebounds, both teams similar at the line. 6 of 8 for Osaka, 75%, a little bit worse off. BREX at 4 of 6. See the BREX with 20 points in the paint, just 6 points in the paint for Osaka EVESSA. So that's indicative of perhaps the size advantage that they have with Jarrett and also Edwards. And 11 points off the bench for both teams. Points off turnovers, 9 for BREX, just 2 for Osaka EVESSA, so that has been costly. Edwards with 13, Takashima 8. Grant Jarrett has 6 points, Ikaruga 4, and Yusuke Endo with 3 points for UTSUNOMIYA. So it's, you know you're good when you don't need really too much from Newbill, who's arguably your best player. Also the rebounding leaders, Edwards, Iajima, top of the charts there. It's almost like we haven't seen the best of BREX yet, and that could come in the second half. 7 apiece for Kinoshita and Bonds, 6 for Uematsu, 5 for Parks, and 5 for Luther. So I would look for Luther and Bonds definitely to try to pick things up in the second half. From a scoring standpoint. And that'll be something that, without a doubt, their opponents, BREX, will be aware of. So we'll see if they're able to get any shots off. Garoon, Luther, 5 and 4 rebounds respectively, leading the way in that category. 5 assists already for Iajima. Should be said, so he leads every player in that category. He's 0-3 from the floor, but when you're creating some opportunities for your teammates, that's just as good. But again, you know, you look at BREX and you look at how they're going to close this season. They've got, after today, 2 games at Gun-McCrane Thunders, so that will be huge. Then after a game against Sunrockers Shibuya in midweek, they will have a couple against Nagoya Diamond Dolphins, and then they'll have a couple against Ryuka Golden Kings. So this is a BREX team that cannot afford to lose this game in view of the hard games that are coming up. They would like to put this one away as quickly as possible and turn their attention towards the Gun-McCrane Thunders. But Edwards, how do you have success as he does at 38 years of age? Well, first of all, you gotta be good. He's got plenty of talent, there's no doubt about that. He's got some size, but more importantly, he looks after his body. And it's a real credit to him at 38 years of age to be one of the main cogs in one of the best teams in this league. Second half action is underway. And let's see if OSAKA EVESSA can make this a great save for the EVESSA. Luther going up against Ujima and missing from the elbow. Bonds picking Jared up in the backcourt. Jared bringing it across midcourt. Now Newville, remember, just 2 points in the first half for Newville. I'm not saying he's reluctant to score, but here's Jarrett from deep, and just, it's his day, isn't it? He's got 16 points. After a rough start to the game, he's doing pretty well. And the foul called. No, excuse me, just good defense, knocked it out of bounds. 16 on the shot clock. Missing it from the corner. Luther stays with it. Oh, gonna go right up against that defense. Bonds is gonna do a good job getting to the glass. And a new 14. I thought he took it too quickly there, but when you have players like Bonds crashing the board, that's okay. And another miss. And the shot's not falling so far for OSAKA in this second half. Turn it over. Trying to put that pressure on in the backcourt. Ujima, guarded by Uematsu, gets rid of it to Jarrett, wide open. And Edwards does not get it to fall this time. Better defense. If Edwards is going to be open, well, I wouldn't say he took that shot comfortably. He had to rush it up. You'd rather shoot it from out there than inside. Parks. Uematsu. Oh, it went in and out. Unlucky for number 8. Jarrett surrounded, gets it to Edwards. He pulls his way in, catches it high, drives in, and takes the lead back to 11. says he got hit on the arm going up. Players are always going to be. Let's have a look. Does he? Ah, yeah, he did. He got hit by Uematsu. Good finish for Edwards. Well, you can understand why he'd want to foul on that one. Well, just one of those games for Gavin Edwards. 18 points, 7 of 12 from the floor, and even 2 of 5 from three-point range. Got 6 rebounds. Should comfortably get a double-double before it's all said and done. And again, it's all about, you know what? If other guys are guarded and you're open, you got to make those shots, and he has today. OSAKA have been trying hard in the second half, but just haven't been able to make shots. Let's see if the effort starts to pay off. Sakamoto hands it off to Bonds, gets it back. Nowhere to go. Luther has it. Back to Sakamoto. Is he going to sock it down? Yes, he socks it in. Socks it to him. That's his first bucket of the day. Now from outside, Takashima missing it. Luther, pump fake. Ooh. Newville runs at him, forces him to get rid of the basketball. And Sakamoto, twice in a row. Just like we saw Uematsu in the first half, now it's Sakamoto's time. And he socks it to him. 3.5 minutes into the second half. New life for OSAKA EVESSA. Sometimes it really is just about making shots. Oh, Hugo might have gotten away with a push there with his left arm. Guarded by Parks. Parks doesn't complain. Lead back to 7. Inside the Bond, he's got to score here and does not. He's looking for the foul, but he doesn't get it. Newville again. Oh, good job helping out Uematsu. Leads to a break for Luther. Hands it off to Bonds. And are they going to count that? No, the foul called before the shot. Well, good effort. Yeah. Yeah, anytime a player like Bonds gets in that situation and gets contact from Hijima, they're going to call the foul. Second foul on Makoto Hijima. And Bonds, who was maybe a little unlucky not to get the foul called on the previous trip down the floor, gets to the line. And he is having a toughish game by his lofty standards. He's got 7 points, but he's 3 of 8 from the floor, and now he's 0 for 1 at the line. Eight points for Bond, 6-point lead for BREX. Hijima. Going at Sakamoto. Oh, he got the pump fake. And that is clear goal interference, goaltending already off the backboard. You can almost feel Hijima definitely going to go for the bucket that time after having the foul called at the other end. He's going to sit down. Wow, almost made that shot, Luther. Good help from behind by Luther. Now the pass up the floor. Good eyesight by Parks. Good decision and an easy one. Good defense. It's been a disruptive defense by Osaka in the second half. Gawa in the game, number 7. Here's Newbill. More the creator than the scorer in this game, but he does turn it on when he wants to, makes the shot. 6 points. And as good as he is, he could easily finish with 20 over the final 14 minutes, excuse me. Nice pass. Well, Sakamoto had hit a couple, but he passes that one up, and now the foul called on Edwards.
You only call it when I lay the ball in.
That's just an easy call. I don't know why he's complaining. Okay, he's probably complaining because he feels like he should have a foul called in his favor at the other end. There's the Takeuchi brothers. Both in the game. Oh, and Edwards with another foul. Wow. I think that foul must have been on somebody else, surely. That was on Takashima.
I could have been shooting 18 free throws the first 2 days.
BREX 選手の交代です。9番遠藤が入ります。デューシャーツ。
Good one for Kinoshita. And gets both to go. Ball from out of bounds, back to Osaka. Kinoshita's just 29 years of age. He's got a lot of basketball left. Here he is. Nice bounce pass. Nice finish. Takeuchi. And Osaka refusing to go away. But they have to be good at this end of the court. This is where they kind of gave themselves a chance here early in the second half. They've got to keep it going on the defensive end. Nowhere to go. They pass it outside to Endo. Takes a tough shot. Kinoshita. Over to Bonds. Bonds, you can see he's going to get it up, puts it up. The follow from Garoon, misses, gets it back, and he's fouled on the putback attempt.
先ほどのファウルがノーマルファウルかアンスポーツマンライクファウルかの判定を行います。ビデオ判定出ますまで少々お待ちください。
Gonna look and see if it's unsportsmanlike.
先ほどのファウルはノーマルファウルと判定されました。
So it was not an unsportsmanlike. And Giroux makes the first. Vladimir Giroux not only makes 1 of 2. So it is a 3-point game. Well, BREX could have given up as many as 4 or 5 points on that trip down the floor. They only gave up 1 since they didn't call the unsportsmanlike. But now a chance to tie it if OSAKA can knock down a 3. Kenichi to get in, and he does. I like his game. He really is tough. Shot clock winding down. Beautiful drive. Oh, he misses the shot. And OSAKA can take the lead. Gonna shoot again, keeps the dribble, almost turned it over, passes it back outside. He gets it from deep and misses it. Uematsu checks in. And these guys that are coming in for the OSAKA team need to make sure defensively they really play physical against this BREX team. And here's the question. Will BREX start to look for Jarrett and Newville? You've also got Hijima who can cause problems. And if you can force Hijima to take that shot, you'd rather him do that than drive to the basket, without question. Or you might get a foul and get to the line. Uematsu gets it to Garoon. They pass it back out. They don't force it. Here's Garoon. The double comes. And traveling is the call. They just got into a situation late in the shot clock. Garoon, I think, if you're going to get it to him in that situation, he's got to make his move to the basket. That was pretty late. So a 1-point lead for the BREX. I like the defense. Here comes Newbill, finds his man wide open in the corner. And a push on Uematsu, fouls Jarrett. And again, it's great defense because if you want somebody taking a shot from the corner, you want Kosuke Takeuchi doing it. You don't want Newbill or Jarrett. You want Takeuchi to take that shot. You don't want Endo taking it either. But you also have to be able to rebound the miss. Right now, OSAKA out rebounding this UTSUNOMIYA BREX team. Ujima keeps the dribble, passes it back outside, and it doesn't go. Good job, Garoon. Nice play. Wide open Parks. Can he knock it down? Yes, he can. And OSAKA take the lead. They have really done well in this third quarter. Just feel like Newbill has to assert himself offensively from a scoring standpoint. There he is, from deep. I mean, that's just quality right there. The team needs you. And not even thinking about driving to the basket there, you're more than comfortable taking the three. They need to make sure they take the last shot. Kimishita took it relatively early and almost gave up a bucket, but Takeuchi couldn't chase it down. We're still right in the thick of things. It's UTSUNOMIYA BREX leading at 54-53 over OSAKA EVESSA.
Well, before the game, if you were to put it to Coach Fujita and to everybody in that OSAKA EVESSA team, would you be willing, would you like to be trailing by just 1 point heading to the last quarter against the best team in the East, or the team with the best record?
UTSUNOMIYA BREX, I think you would probably say yes, because it means you're right there with a chance to get the upset. But let's wait and see if BREX have saved their best for last. I think we've already seen what we needed to see from that man, Newbill, knocking down that three late in the third quarter. I mean, when push comes to shove, this BREX team needs points in difficult situations. I think he's probably going to be taking the majority of the shots. Here he goes. Drives in and does not get to the line. The ball out of bounds. He's looking for the steal. Does not get a foul call, but they keep possession. Good help from behind by Uematsu. Here's Newbill again, and there's just nothing better than having a player that can take responsibility like DJ Newbill. It's almost as if he said, come on, guys, you don't need me. Okay, now it's in the fourth quarter, and you need me. All right, Luther follows up the miss, tries to go up. Parks gets it, takes it back outside. Parks backs up, and the ball goes out of bounds. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Luther will be frustrated. He didn't capitalize on his drive. Good defense from Hiyajima. Sakamoto. Gotta get it up quickly. Good job defensively. BREX, now Hiyajima, and he's fouled. Not a good start to the fourth quarter for the Osaka EVESSA. And it all starts with DJ Newbill. Remember, he's hit those last couple of big shots. Just changed the momentum for BREX. Fourth foul on Uematsu. Coach is going to leave him in the game. Oh, nice pass. And Takeuchi, and it just goes to show what I know because they get it to Takeuchi, and he buries the three-pointer. Uematsu, Parks for three again! And Bobby Parks, the Gilas man, 11 points. Crucial that he answered the three with a three from a momentum standpoint, psychological standpoint. But again, now it's Newbill. They don't want to post up Jarrett. Now they maybe do. No, they don't. It's going to be Hiyajima back outside. And the three no good. Now Luther hands it off the Bonds, goes in. Good work, Sakamoto gets the rebound. And this time it's Luther that does score on the drive. Well, they've been very single-minded, I think, in the second half. Osaka about getting good looks, good shots, driving to the basket. And this time it doesn't fall for Jarrett, but another offensive rebound. Taken by Hiyajima, now Newbill drives and the foul. And it is just, I'm lost for words, really. What else can you say? I mean, he can just do it all. Remember, he only had 2 points at halftime. Look at him now. He's got 14. He's about to go to 15. And even this was not an easy shot. He had the shot blocker coming in Luther, and then he was guarded on the left, on the other side by Bonds, arguably the two best players. Two best for Osaka, and he still scores. He gets the line for a three-point play.
One shot.
That picture there just encapsulates how good this team is. You got Hiyajima at the top of the key, you got Newbill at the line, and then you got Edwards and Jarrett in rebounding position. That is a fabulous four, if I've ever seen one in this competition. And then you even had Takashima, who is out of the picture. Kinoshita swings it. Takeuchi not interested. Kinoshita takes the three, and the man who's capturing the eye today is Kinoshita. As he so often does, he's got 14 points. Now the three from Jarrett, and well, you got to wonder, is that the shot they needed? Let everything start with DJ Newbill. Behind the back pass from Takeuchi. Sakamoto, oh, and he knocks a three, and it's Osaka that go back in front. Wow. Kinoshita did have 17 a few games ago in the game against Ryukyu, Golden Kings. And that's his season high. So he's in good form right now. Yajima foul, putting up a 3. Well, you want to play solid defense. You don't want to foul the jump shooter. You definitely don't want to foul three-point shooter, and I'd like to see it again. Sakamoto not complaining. But a chance to go back in front. He makes 2 of the 3. And Yajima makes the first. This, for me, also is the problem when you face BREX. You've got to control this guy. You got to control Newbill. And you got to control Jarrett. And obviously, Edwards can also hurt you. But you got 2 guys when they're on the court at the same time, in Hijima and Newbill, that can be very physical. They can create their own shot. And he makes all 3. Well, that is one of the biggest plays of the game right there. The foul and the 3 free throws. Ikaruga back into the game. And OSAKA EVESSA somehow, some way get a win against one of the top teams in this competition. Kinoshita from deep. He's got another one. He's equal to season high now, 17 points. He likes to play the top teams, that's for sure. He did it against Ryukyu, now he's done it against BREX. OSAKA back in front. There's no need to guard Newbill that far away if you're Sakamoto. Oh, they switch, and he rattles it in. Well, maybe it is important to guard him that far away from the basket. He has got 18. He's 3 of 3. He's 40% from three-point range, but how about the answer at the other end from Sakamoto? Newbill again, 40% shooter from deep, and not this time, but Edwards kept it alive, and now OSAKA have it. We're in winning time, folks. 4:45 remaining. Can OSAKA continue to make plays? Nice pass. Sakamoto wisely passes it back out. And it's Kinoshita for 3. Nope. Sakamoto with the rebound. Now Bonds has it. Bonds hasn't had the best shooting day, wisely gives it up. And Kinoshita fouled by Takashima. 4:21 remaining. OSAKA on the cusp of one of their biggest wins of the season if they can hold on here. Up 1. Takashima with 4 fouls. So the three-point shot has been big for this team. They're 48% today, 14 of 29 from three-point range. And it's also big for this. Whenever Newbill starts making threes, BREX are 9 of 27 from deep, and Newbill is 3 of 4 from three-point range. 18 for Newbill, 18 for Edwards. 8 for Takashima. It's been a low-scoring game for Jarrett and Hijima. It's almost as if Newbill said, hey, listen, I'm going to give you guys 3 quarters to really turn it up offensively. And Hijima and Jarrett just did not do so. So he's had to really take matters into his own hands in the second half, especially in the fourth quarter. but it's a great player that can get your team involved like that. Kinoshita, again, has already equaled his season high today with 17 points. Can he get a new season high? He had 17 on April 8th in a loss at Ryukyu Golden Kings. And that day he also knocked down some threes. He was 5 of 10 from three-point range. Kinoshita with 17, Sakamoto 12, Parks 11, Bonds 10, Luther 7. So Kinoshita, Sakamoto, and Parks each knocking down threes today. Parks 3 of 5 from deep. Sakamoto 4 of 6, and Kinoshita 3 of 5. So that's 10 of 16 combined for that trio, three-point range. But they haven't taken bad threes. They've passed it well. Called shoot. Well, that might be a bad one. Looked like Parks. Maybe that shot was even blocked. A little bit too lackadaisical. 4 minutes remaining. Luther bumps into Jarrett. I was calling it really tight. Really tight. It's his second foul. That's a big foul because any more fouls in Osaka are going to be shooting free throws. Excuse me, BREX will be shooting free throws. Here's Jarrett. Turns against Parks, gets it up, and fouled from behind by Luther. A couple of tough calls going against Luther. It just looks like Jarrett's shot is impossible to block. Look at this. Anytime you come from behind, again, kind of swipe at the ball, good chance they're going to call that foul. They did on Luther, so he picks up a couple of quick ones here. And with 3:49 remaining, BREX with a chance to go up by 2 if Jarrett can sink this free throw, which he does. So they are 9 of 11 at the free throw line. A very quiet day for Grant Jarrett, but that was a very loud possession for him. And perhaps a sign of things to come down the stretch. Oh, what a break. Shot deflected. Lands into the hands of Garoon, and he makes the shot. Wow. 72 apiece. Who knows, could have overtime today. Edwards. Here he goes, Jarrett. I think this is the formula they need. Little turnaround. He's got it. He's kind of saved himself. His best for last, that's for sure. He's got a bucket for a 2-point lead. Luther inside to Garoon. And, oh, the ball saved in bounds, and Uematsu lost it out of bounds. Great hustle by Hiyajima, diving on the floor for the basketball. And that was just a little too lackadaisical by Vladimir Garoon. He caught it, brought it down, and it meant Hiyajima, whoever it was able to reach in and knock it out of his hands. Kind of negate your height when you bring it down. So Kinoshita in the game for the stretch run, as well as Bonds. 2:44 remaining. And BREX back in the driver's seat. Ikaruga back in the game. Here's Jarrett. And they just don't have an answer for Jarrett. Grant Jarrett getting it done. steps up to the stripe and makes the first. But is an 82% shooter from the free throw line on the season. And he's now 2 of 2 at the line today. Lead is 3. Now he's got 13 points. Pass. Kinoshita. I think they have to continue to do what they've been doing. Here's Uematsu. Like to see him drive to the basket. Ikaruga takes it deep, back outside. Crucial defensive possession now for OSAKA. If BREX can score here, they're really going to put the pressure on. Here's Newville, wide open, misses, but Edwards, another offensive rebound for him. Touch pass over to Hijima, and he misses. Now Bonds looks up the floor. That would have been a dagger, but it did not go in. Marks fakes, and the blocking foul on Edwards. Fujita. Feels like BREX, even though they missed on the last possession now, they have control of the game. And the pressure now on OSAKA. Defense has picked up for BREX as well. They can sense victory. Takeuchi does not take the shot. Kinoshita guarded. Puts up a prayer. Oh, it went in and out. That was close. And the foul called. So free throws coming. Takeuchi, not a good foul. Takashima back in the game with the 4 fouls, and Newville steps up with a chance to pile on the pressure for OSAKA EVESSA. And he does indeed make both free throws. And with that, a timeout. And remember, 18 of the 20 points scored by Newville have come in the second half. So if you're Osaka and you've made 42% of your shots from deep, you have held your own on the boards, you've won that battle. It's frustrating. You have turned it over 10 times, and that's led to 14 points for BREX, so that has not been good. But overall, you've been right there, and I just think that it's that little bit of extra quality in this BREX team with Iijima, with Newbill, Edwards, and Jarrett that has really shown itself here down the stretch that has made the difference. And once they've gotten their nose in front, defensively they've picked it up as well. Doesn't feel like Osaka is that far off in all honesty. But again, they have been making some shots. Feet. Well, that was the plan coming right out. It didn't work. With 50 seconds remaining now. It's all about BREX taking time off the clock. The clock is the enemy for the visitors. Oh, look at Newbill. Hands it off. And shot was blocked. Did not hit the rim. Jared gets it. Now they got to go quickly. Parks to Luther, and not a good play by Ikaruga, who fouls and stops the clock. That's one thing you don't want to do is stop the clock if you're BREX. So Osaka now going to call a timeout. That just gives them a little bit of hope. Even though you don't stop the clock to put them on the free throw line. Had you put them on the free throw line, it was definitely not a good play. Now, stop the break. Not a terrible foul. Newbill hasn't had as big a game perhaps as he can. He hit 23 last time out. A win at Toyama. And then at home against Auburn, he had 26. He lost at 23 and a win at Kyoto, 25 at Kyoto as well. 24, 25, 21 against Hokkaido, Shiga. 2 games against Shiga. So yeah, he's capable of going for big numbers. So he's right about, his average just under 20 points a game. Newbill has 20 right now. Oh, Luther wanted to launch it. It gets blocked right at the end. They stay with it. Bonds has it. Goes up. They strap, and they get the bucket with 10 seconds to go. They wanted the 3, so it's still a 2-possession game effectively. And there's no timeout, just a substitution. Great block by Edwards. Bonds didn't know that he was there. Bonds does a good job of getting it, going up, trying to get fouled while going up, and then Takeuchi with the follow. Can't turn it over now. Oh, dangerous pass. And Luther, foul number 4. Well, that was a bold play, because if you turn it over, you give them a chance. Let's see how close, because Luther was good enough to where they were able to complete it. So 8.8 seconds left. Simply have to You're gonna have to knock down a three if you're Osaka, and then get a steal and go for another three. And what you don't do is foul if you're BREX. They take a three, let them take it. Go back up to a 6-point lead. Gotta go quickly. Get it up, Kinoshita. And he does. He's got a new season high, 20 points. And with that, Coach Cornell doesn't want to turn the ball over here and give up a three-pointer, so they're going to be smart, talk about it, make sure you inbound the basketball, and then all you have to do is hold on and get fouled. I think BREX have shown they're legitimate title contenders. You know, you're taking a really good shot from an opponent. You haven't really been at your best for much of this game, but when push came to shove and you had to make plays, you've been able to make it, and your star guys have been able to step up when it really mattered. Doesn't matter if you win by 20, 30, 40, or 1. You just need to win. So by calling the timeout, you're able to advance the ball. And obviously, shot clock doesn't matter here. So you need to get a steal and get a prayer to go in. If you're Osaka, that is going to be it. So good job right at the end, Cornell. I mean, those are the little things that could really undermine you. You try to inbound the basketball, might turn it over and give up a three. So they advance it. And UTSUNOMIYA BREX hold on, winning it 80-77 over an upset-minded Osaka EVESSA. There's the quarterback quarter scoring. And just a terrific effort from Osaka EVESSA to really push this BREX team, who now have to really kind of get ready mentally, physically for a tough stretch of games to end the season. So we'll go down to the bench and hear from Coach Cornell and also some of the players for BREX. See, BREX on Saturday will be up against Kuma Crane Thunders, at Kuma Crane Thunders, and Osaka will be at home against Kawasaki Brave Thunders. Kinoshita taking a bow at a season high of 20 points today.
それではご来場の皆様、ブレアリーラストゲーム、この水曜ナイトゲームを見事勝利で飾りました我らがブレックスに大きな拍手をお願いいたします。では早速インタビューに移ってまいりたいと思います。まずはジーココロネルヘッドコーチからお話を伺ってまいりたいと思います。本日のブレアリーラストナイト勝利おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
本日は結果80対77ということで非常にタフなゲームとなりました。試合を振り返っていかがですか。
Osaka always presents a great challenge. They have a lot of skilled players who play at a fast pace, but we were able to overcome that with some periods of good defense.
大阪はいつも、タフなチャレンジを、もたらしてくださるチームなので、本当に速い展開ですごく、激しく、プレーするチームなので、でも、しっかりそこを対応して、勝利することができたので良かったと思います。
この先4月はアウェーのゲームが続いて、5月の頭の第1週のホームゲームまでホームゲームなくなりますが、アウェーをしっかり戦って勝ってきていただきたいと思います。そのアウェーゲームに向けての抱負をいただきたいと思います。
We just have to keep being elite at what we do. We've got some massive challenges ahead that are going to ask the best of us, and we're going to really fight to try and be that.
本当に自分たちのベストを出せるように常に意識して、これから大きなチャレンジが待っているので、それに準備してやっていきたいと思います。
ありがとうございます。ジーコ・コロネルヘッドコーチにお話を伺いました。それでは選手の皆さんからお話を伺ってまいりたいと思います。まずは34番ジェレット選手、お願いいたします。まずは勝利おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
本日ジェレット選手4クォーターのエンドワン、試合をいい流れに持っていく素晴らしいプレーがありました。4クォーターのエンドワン振り返っていかがですか。
Yeah, just trying to win. It was a tough game. Osaka's a good team, real fast. So I figured it would come down to the last couple minutes. So just trying to make plays.
大阪は素晴らしいチームなので、本当に、さっきも言ったように激しく、速いチームなので、やっぱり最後まで競ると、想定していたので、そこでビッグプレーをできたことは良かったと思います。
本日ジェレット選手のスタッツ振り返りますと、13得点、8リバウンド、そして4アシストとオールラウンドな活躍でした。非常にスコアで苦しむゲームを引っ張っていただけたかと思います。そういった部分、トータルで試合を振り返っていかがですか。
Yeah, like I said before, they're fast-paced team. They were going to get up and down. We had to compete with that. So I thought the guys did well on the defensive end. Communicating and playing as one. So.
本当に大阪というチームは、展開の速いチームですごく、激しくやってくるので、やっぱりディフェンスの面で、一丸となってチームとして、自分だけじゃなくてチームとして、できたことが、素晴らしかったと思います。
ありがとうございます。では最後にご来場の皆様に一言メッセージをお願いしたいと思います。
Yeah, thank you guys. I know this is the last game this season in BREX arena, so we'll see you guys at Nikon, but thank you for all your support, everyone online. Thank you so much. We truly appreciate it.
今シーズン、ブレックスアリーナで、最後の試合だと思うので、本当に、今まで、応援してくださった方々、本当にありがとうございました。これからも日韓で、応援よろしくお願いします。ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございました。グラント・ジェレット選手にお話を伺いました。そして本日は下野新聞社 MVP 賞がございます。下野新聞社 MVP 賞に選ばれましたのは背番号25番 DJ ニュービル選手です。おめでとうございます。下野新聞社 MVP 賞に選ばれましたニュービル選手には下野新聞社より MVP ボードが贈呈されます。プレゼンターは株式会社下野新聞社代表取締役社長若菜英生様でございます。 若菜社長ありがとうございました。皆様大きな拍手をお願いいたします。そしてニュービル選手には後日下野新聞社より栃木和牛もお送りさせていただきます。それでは下野新聞社 MVP 賞に選ばれましたニュービル選手にもお話を伺ってまいりたいと思います。MVP おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
栃木和牛です。いかがですか？
めっちゃ美味しい。
それでは試合を振り返っていただきたいと思いますが、本日20得点の大活躍でしたニュービル選手、ご自身の本日のゲーム活躍振り返っていかがですか
？I think the team did a really good job of playing together today, and everybody chipped in. It was a tough game. Osaka really came to play tough, and I'm happy with the performance.
本当に自分というよりは、すごく、大阪はタフなチームなので、そこに、全員、貢献して、自分というよりは、チームが貢献して、本当に、いいプレーができたと思います。
後半しっかり勝負どころでの活躍、さすが MVP ですね。
はい。
それでは、今夜ブレアリ今シーズンのラストゲームとなりました。ご来場の皆様、そして画面の向こうで応援してくださっているファンの皆様に一言メッセージをお願いしたいと思います。
Thank you to all the fans who here today and came to support us all season long. It's been great playing here and winning in front of you. I'm saying that. Hold on. Thank you to all the fans that came out and all the fans supported us all year, and let's continue to win together. Thank you.
今日来てくださった皆様、今まで応援してくださった皆様、本当に皆さんの前で、勝利し続けることができたので本当に良かったと思います。これからも応援よろしくお願いします。
ありがとうございます。本日20得点4アシストの活躍で下野新聞社 MVP 賞に選ばれました DJ ニュービル選手でした。そして本日は皆様に大事なお知らせがございます。センタービジョンをご覧ください。
Before we wrap up this game, the post game, you can see the interviews from Cornell, from Jarrett, from Newbill. Now the fans looking at the overhead video and several more games. Will be away from home for BREX.
全員で今までの自分たちを超えていく
Tough games.
過去のブレックスを超越するシーズンにしていこうという意味を込めたトランセンドをシーズンスローガンに掲げ戦っているブレックス。負傷離脱者を抱え難しい試合を経験しながらもベテランたちの活躍はもちろん若手の躍動も光りチーム全員で成長を続けてきました。現行のレギュラーシーズンで行われる B リーグとしてはラストシーズンとなる 2025-26 シーズン、これまでブレックスが成し遂げたことがない B リーグ連覇、今シーズン最大の目標に向けブレックスネーション一丸となって皆さん最後まで挑んでまいりましょう。それではこれより選手を代表いたしましてキャプテン田臥選手に今後の意気込みをお話しいただきます。田臥選手よろしくお願いいたします。
はい、皆さん、平日のナイトゲームにもかかわらず今日もたくさんの応援本当にありがとうございました。 本当今までも簡単なゲーム一つもなかったんですけど、CS に向けてここからも本当に厳しい戦いが続くと思います。一試合一試合チーム全員で大事にして、皆さんの力が本当に全ての試合必要になってきますので、まずは CS に出れることをそこを目標にして戦っていきますので、引き続き一緒に戦ってください。よろしくお願いいたします。
田臥選手、ありがとうございました。それでは皆さん、ブレックスネーションのスローガンのもと、全員でたどり着こう、再びあの頂点まで。
So the captain, the word from the captain, Yuta Tabuse, to wrap things up there on the court. Again, the games that are coming up.
ここで皆様に嬉しいお知らせがございます。記録達成のお知らせです。33番エドワード選手 B1 通算300ダンク成功。そして同じくエドワード選手 B1 通算400ブロック達成です。
Yuta Tabuse said, thank you for coming to the BREX Arena this season, and now we're focusing on the championship, so please continue supporting us till the end of the season and of the championship. So this is kind of the goodbye, but really only for the retro season as we come back to the playoffs. They've still got to clinch. You know, we're pretty certain they will. Midweek special. Game started 7 p.m. so it's about 9:30. Coming up on the 9:30. Fans will be filing out of the arena, heading home, getting ready for another big day tomorrow. Get ready for the weekend. Many of them will travel to see the team play at Guma Crane Thunders. Osaka also will be heading home, and they will play at home against Kawasaki Brave Thunders this weekend. Okay, well, we'll look back at the highlights of the day, and
Uematsu got things going early on, hitting a couple of threes. Remember, came in averaging just over 2 points a game, and he hit a couple of threes. Bill far more concerned about getting his teammates involved than he did there with a three-pointer from Takashima. Nice give and go. Finished by Kinoshita, who went on to have a season-high 20 points. Kinoshita also hitting the mid-range jumper. Hans turned it over, triggering a break and leading to the easy bucket for Ogawa. And Parks. Edwards, a little bit of a slow start, but really picked it up and finished with 20 points. Jarrett with perhaps the most difficult shot of the day, at least it seemed like it. Kind of a back to the basket, twisting, turning shot. Ryan Luther finished with 7 points today. And Bonds had 10. Those were the other guys that really carried the team. Edwards, especially at the other end in that first half, was the biggest weapon for this BREX team. Then you had Endo coming in and knocking down the three, the 36-year-old. Kinoshita, though, was not to be taken lightly, getting that three-pointer. This was the impossible shot to block by Jarrett. Turnaround fadeaway bank. And Edwards continued to deliver big style once he got it going. Now the second half, Edwards stroked that three, but Osaka didn't go anywhere. He just felt it. And Sakamoto really started socking it to him with that three. Finished 4 of 6 from three-point range. Here's another three from Sakamoto. Anytime you can knock down some threes, it is huge. And it was a good alert play by Parks to pass up the floor to Bonds. But then once Newville decides he's got to assert himself offensively, he just does. And there's not anything you can do about it. He pretty much does what he wants to do. Osaka did keep it close. Nice finish there by Takeuchi. Kinoshita continued to deliver. Parks stroking the three, had 11 points. He was 3 of 6 from deep. But as Newville so often does, he hurts you with his three-point shot. 3 of 5 from three-point range. This is another one. And Takeuchi coming in and feet behind the arc and drilling it. That one hurt. And this incredibly difficult shot to make by Newville, albeit he understands just get the ball up there off the rim, let it fall through the hoop. Kinoshita refused to let his team's hopes die, knocking down the three. And Bonds understands who has the hot hands. He gets it over to Sakamoto, who knocks down his 4th three of the game. And Kinoshita again finds some space, gets it up, gets it to go down. He was 4 of 7 from three-point range. But Newville, he has no range. He's like 2 meters behind the three-point arc. Excuse me, that was the 4th three from Sakamoto. But at this point, you just knew it was going to be difficult once Jarrett started asserting himself closer to the basket. His size, his touch just made it too difficult to overcome for Osaka EVESSA. So Osaka 15 of 35 from deep, 6 more threes than UTSUNOMIYA BREX, but BREX 8 more makes inside the arc. And also, look at that 88.2% free throw shooting for UTSUNOMIYA BREX. Points in the paint, 32 for BREX, 18 for Osaka EVESSA. But you feel like this Osaka team comes out of this game with a lot of credit because they competed. They really did. Newville, Edwards led the way with 20 points for BREX, 20 points for Kinoshita, outstanding. With Sakamoto scoring all 12 of his points from three-point range, and Parks making 3 of 5 from deep. Jarrett, when push came to shove, his 13 points were vital in closing and slamming the door shut. And Garoon, coming off the bench today, had a game-high 10 rebounds. Luther had 9 rebounds, 7 for Bonds. Edwards, Jarrett, and Hijima led the way on the boards for BREX. Nakajima had a game-high 7 assists. And even though Luther and Bonds didn't score as much as they usually did, they were creating some opportunities for their teammates, our key players before the game. Well, I think Newville probably won that battle because in crunch time, he was the guy that really stepped up in that fourth quarter, and also Jared obviously did very well. Edwards did well throughout the game, and Hiyajima did as well in the second half. So 80-77, UTSUNOMIYA BREX win it over Osaka, and again, you got this weekend's games coming up. And hitting the road, UTSUNOMIYA BREX in that left column, going to Guma Crane Thunders. That'll be a 3-5 local time start. Osaka EVESSA will be at home against Kawasaki Brave Thunders. That'll start an hour earlier. 80-77, UTSUNOMIYA BREX win it over Osaka. Thanks for watching, everybody.